As of July 2019, there are more than 113,000 candidates for transplant on the U.S. national waiting list. Unfortunately, that is a number that will continue to rise as the need for transplant grows. You're probably wondering where I'm going with that statement. I'm going to be talking to you guys about my favorite movie, which is 7 Pounds, starring Will Smith. If you've never seen that movie, it's about a character by the name of Ben who causes a horrific accident in which he kills 7 people. He is grief-stricken by this accident and feels the need to redeem himself by making up for this loss and saving 7 people in return for the lives that he has taken. So I'm going to be talking to you about that movie, and in that movie, he does this by organ donation. That's a huge part of that movie, is he gives back by organ donation. So I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of organ donation, who can become an organ donor, and how to become an organ donor. One single organ and tissue donor can serve or improve the lives of more than 8 people, helping to restore eyesight, damaged tissues, or vital functions. Organ donation is extremely important. It can actually give people a second chance of life. It can restore their livelihood. It can give them a chance of life outside of hospital walls. It can take them off of medications, make them not become oxygen dependent anymore, if that's the case for them, if they need like a lung transplant. In the movie 7 Pounds, Will Smith's character Ben, he actually donates several of his organs. He donates his lungs, he donates his heart, his liver, he donates kidneys, he donates bone marrow, and he donates his eyes to a blind man. Organ donation is one of the most important things and one of the most life-saving things that you could possibly do for someone. I can't think of any greater gift that you could possibly give someone than organ donation. Anyone from newborns to senior citizens can actually become an organ or tissue donor. So she could, you could, anybody could actually become an organ donor. Everybody should consider themselves a potential organ and tissue donor, regardless of their age, health, race, or ethnicity. There's specific testing that can be done to determine if you're eligible to be an organ or tissue or eye donor and what you are eligible to donate. I know when people think about organ donation, they think, oh, that's scary. I mean, you have to die to be an organ donor, but that's not necessarily true. Although most donations come from deceased donors, there are several organs that can be donated via living donors. Part of that is kidney, part of your liver. You can donate your pancreas, intestine, and some tissue. All of those can actually be donated from living donors. Both living and deceased donors are extremely important. In the movie 7 Pounds, Will Smith actually did both. He was able to donate as a living donor, and then he actually donated as a deceased donor as well. Signing up to be an organ donor is extremely easy. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can either do it online or you can do it in person at your local DMV. It's a very simple yet life-saving process. There's also resources available to help assist people with the cost of organ donation. Organ donation comes with a heavy burden, both emotionally, physically, and especially financially. So if you choose to do it online, you can do it at www.organdonor.gov, and that site is good because it's state specific. You can type in the state in which you live, and it will tell you how to go about doing it in your state. And on that website, you can change it at any time, and you can choose which organs you want to donate, how you want to go about donating. It's very specific to your choices and what you want to do personally as an organ donor. It's very important that you let your family know that you're going to be an organ donor and what you choose to donate, so that they can be supportive of your decision in the event that something happens and they already know your wishes. There's also multiple sites and foundations available to assist with funding for patients who are going through transplants. The National Foundation for Transplants can help patients who can't afford their treatment. They actually bridge the gap between insurance companies and the patient. They pay for what insurance companies do not cover, so that the patient does not have to worry about that burden while they're trying to recover from their transplant. They can focus on getting well. The Transplant Life Foundation, they also are there to help provide education and support for patients, the donor, the recipient, and their family. and they also help to promote awareness about the need for transplants. So I've talked to you about organ donation, which is quite literally vital to life. Everyone from the young to the old can become an organ donor, and there are also several ways to sign up and a lot of support available. I'm going to leave you with this. Ben Thomas is quoted to have said in the movie, "In 7 days God created the world, and in 7 seconds I shattered mine." This was a very profound statement to me. He caused an accident that killed 7 people, but he made a conscious decision to give back and right his wrong. He decided to give the gift of life through organ donation. You and I have that same choice to give back. To me, there is no greater honor than to give a person a second chance at life.